Today, we are going to talk about torches. So what I have for you here are a few different variations of some of the solar-powered torch lights or flame lamps that you might see online. All of these I have purchased on Amazon. This one is actually a Bluetooth speaker. This is made by Dikau, D-I-K-A-U. It's an LED flame table lamp. It's also a Bluetooth speaker on there, and I could turn it on and off with the button on the top. This one is Sanniu, S-A-N-N-I-U. It's a solar light, outdoor light, and you can see it has a pattern on the side there, and then there's like the grates. I'll set that upside down there. So this one here that's a little more rounded is very similar to that one. It has the pattern, kind of like the floral pattern, and then also the grills on the side. And this one also solar powered. All these you'll probably see from various sellers under various names. This is my latest acquisition. This is from Co-Life. So one of the things I wanted to look at today is just some of the features of this kind of light, how they work, and also what makes them look like fire. A lot of these have a solar panel on top, and they charge. You don't even really need direct light to charge them. I found that most of the time they charge just fine if it is kind of sunny outside. And they activate in the dark, as you can see. That's why I have these upside down so you can see them. And all of them have a single button on them. These two have the button down here on the bottom. Nothing special, it's just on and off. And if it's dark, then they will go off. You'll see this one when I'm hitting certain areas of shade and it's fine, but as soon as I hit the light, then it's back off. And then this one here, same sort of thing. You have the solar panel on top there, and the button for this one is right on the side. And what's nice about this is you can hardly really tell that they have buttons on them. You can see them if you're looking for them, but from the road, even when you're walking by them, you can't really tell if they have buttons. So what makes these flicker lights look like fire? Well, inside the light, there is a light bulb that looks something like this. Now, this is an LED light bulb. I don't know what this is called specifically. I tend to call it like a corncob bulb just because that's what it reminds me of. I'm not sure if that's the technical term for this one or not. But you'll see there's all these diodes all over the place, and they kind of look random, but also organized at the same time. So what happens is these are lighting up in a different pattern to make the flame effect. So I'm going to plug this in here and show you how that looks. So there we go. You can see how realistic that looks, but also you can see what the light is actually doing in there. So at the bottom, all these diodes on the bottom are lit most of the time, and then the ones at the top kind of flicker. And what happens is inside of each of these lights you have something like this that is also diffusing that. And you can see when you diffuse it just a little bit, then you end up with this more flame effect because it is diffused, even though inside all you're seeing are the little LED dots. Even like this one, you can, if you look close enough, you can see the dots, and you probably can't see it on the camera because of the way that it's flaring the lens. But really all it's doing is it's taking something as simple as that with all these little diodes, and it's diffusing it to look like fire. It's a nice effect, and it doesn't come with the risk of actually making heat or anything. So I really like this kind of effect light, if you couldn't tell. I do have a few of the various different solar lights. One of the things I do like about these ones is they're a little bigger. They look super beefy, and they give off a lot of good light, but they're fairly subtle. So you can put them on the side of your path, you could put them out front of your house, and they're effect light, but they offer path light, but not super bright. So they're a good effect light. If you were going to light your entire walkway with these, you'll still probably be satisfied because you're getting a really cool effect in front of your house. But at the same time, I only have a few of these spread out, and I kind of have them spread out strategically across the front of my house so you can see them, but they look more like the torches. They're really more of an effect light. This one being my latest acquisition is it's a little more modern. So this is one that I put in a flower pot, whereas these ones are almost look like they could be in a castle or as part of a tiki torch look. So I really do like these looks. I like the rounded one. One of the things that has happened with this one being so large is it gets leaves and stuff will sometimes slide in and get caught inside there, and it's basically impossible to get them out. You just kind of got to wait until they blow away. But also I've had some spiders and stuff build webs in here. You probably can't see it on the camera, but there's quite a few like little spider webs and critters and stuff and dust hanging out in there. These ones both came with a long, maybe I want to say a 24-inch post that it stuck on, and you'll see on the base there, you slide it into the post. Whereas this one came with segments, actually. So smaller segments, maybe about 12 inches or so. So you can make this be just a foot, or you can make it be 2 feet tall. And then it also came with a wall mount. And I think both of these came with wall mounts as well. So if you wanted to stick it in the wall and have it come off the wall, you do that too. What's really cool about these things is there's LEDs inside of them, like we saw with this little bulb. So they'll last a very long time. Now, I don't want to say forever because they're still LEDs. They do burn out. I have had LEDs burn out before, so these aren't going to last forever, but they're LEDs that last a long time. Also, they don't take any electricity because they're solar powered. So these are getting charged during the day and they're on during the night, so I don't have to time them at all. I'm a big fan of solar lights. I have a few solar path lights, but these are definitely my favorite because of the flame effect. So hopefully you found this interesting, and maybe now you know a little bit more about how these flame effect lights work and what they actually look like when you're using them. So if you want any of these lights, if you're interested in finding out more, if you do a search on Amazon for the flickering torch or solar torch light, I've used those terms, flickering flame light will do it. I could put links to all these lights in the description, as well as the Bluetooth speaker if you want to check them out for yourselves. But also, if you can't find these exact lights, you're probably going to be able to find something very similar to them. They are quite expensive. I'll look at the CoLife one because this was one of my latest acquisitions. Again, that's QOO Life, L-I-F-E. I just purchased this a couple weeks ago, and this itself right now it's on sale for $18, $17.99. That is the sale price, and that's just for one of these. So they are a little more expensive. If you're planning on lining your walkway with them, it's going to cost you a little bit. This one here, the Sanniu, S-A-N-N-I-U, this is on sale right now for $20 on Amazon, $19.99, and you can get a 2-pack for $35.99. This one's from Top Life. So the Top Life light right now is on sale. You can get a 2-pack for $40.99, so $41. So that's what, $20.50 a piece. So you can get a 2-pack, and you can also get a 4-pack for about $85. So that's $21.25 a piece. So your 2-pack there is going to be a little better deal. All of these do come with everything to stick it in the ground. Most of them come with stakes. Some of them come with the wall mounts, a little elbow bracket. You can look online and you can see what they come with. I just have these stuck straight in stakes in the ground. I have this one on a shorter stake, like I said, in my flower bed. And then I have these ones out front of my house in front of the brick, so it gives a cool light effect against the brick on the house. And like I said, solar powered, one button, super easy operation. If you happen to have a light and you don't know if it's on or off, and you want it to come on at night, bring it inside, and you can put your hand over the top or set it upside down on the table, and you can see they stay on even if there's light in the room. All you got to do is block out the top, and that's how you know that they're on. So that's about the best piece of advice I can give you for making sure that you get your solar light on. Then you can take it outside, stick it in the ground, and you know that when nighttime comes around, you're going to have that cool flame effect in front of your house. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you did enjoy this review, please like, give a thumbs up, give a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you found it informative. That's my take.